Hello and welcome to day 6 of the 369 Medical Medium Cleanse. I'm Andrina or Dina Woodhams. I'm doing this cleanse with you, and I hope that everything so far is going okay. These are difficult days. I find that these are the most difficult days. I miss normal food. This is also the time when sometimes you just feel like you've got all these toxins in your body that are all over the place. You might be feeling, a bit not great, energy or maybe sluggish. Do recognize that your body is healing, so therefore that's taking a lot of energy. If you're saying, well, wait a minute, where's the vitality I'm supposed to be feeling? Patience, it will come. Right now, what the body's doing is a spring clean. So it's collecting all those little dust bunnies everywhere, and that takes a lot of energy. So what I'm going to be showing you this morning is a type of massage that you can be doing of these internal organs. One again, this is the seat of all of our emotions is here. And it's now been scientifically proven that actually you do find that there's a memory or a trauma memory or emotions that are held, deeply held within the muscle tissues, within the fascia of the body. The fascia are these things that are between the muscles, and they connect the muscles together. So if you think about the body, it looks like it's a loosely knitted sweater. That is how the fascia looks with the body. And what happens with the fascia is that if, for example, you're very young, someone says something to you that hurts, like you're stupid, what will happen is that the fascia will automatically pull back. What do? You right? Because it's pained you. So you pull back, and what happens is the fascia pulls together with that and holds that position. And if you're told something repeatedly, like you're stupid again, the fascia will pull. You pull in with your ear like that, and the fascia will start keeping that position of holding, and it will start saying, oh, okay, that's what the body's supposed to look like. And that's why you can see with people that the body gets kind of twisted out of proportion, or that your shoulders will start moving forward, or sometimes people kind of move off to one side, or you'll have the widow's hump, that happens here. It's because these are trauma held in the body, which is held in the muscle tissues, which then gets retained to such an extent that it's very difficult to remove this. Now, what happens also is because our mind, which is constantly asking, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Because the mind is trying to differentiate yourself from the world. And the mind, because it can't understand emotions, will put a story onto that snag in the fascia, and it'll say, oh, I see, it's because I'm stupid. And so therefore, then unconsciously, the mind starts to search for situations that will prove that its understanding of who you are, which is actually a false understanding, which has been caught into the fascial tissues. And it wants to prove that. And that's why sometimes you find yourself in repeated patterns time and again, and you think, I should know better, I should know better. It's because it's held in our muscle tissues. Now, the reason I'm saying that is that because it's held here mostly. So when you're detoxing, that means that you're actually going into the muscle tissues. Some of the toxics and things are being released. And emotions and trauma that are held in the muscle tissues will also be released at the same time. Because your mind can't process that, it's going to put a story around it. So it might be that you're suddenly finding yourself thinking about something that happened to you when you were young. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be traumatic, it could hurt, it could be, it's the more uncomfortable emotions of sadness or anger that are held in the muscle tissues. I did know someone in my work that actually held giggles. When they went in, they didn't allow themselves to laugh enough. So because they were actually a very grumpy person. So it was very amusing to see that kind of end up releasing with them. So just to be aware that if you are having any emotional releases right now, or that you find yourself really grumpy, that also is normal. It's part of the process. Don't punish yourself for it. Don't take medication against it. You shouldn't be taking any medication at all during this anyway. But just, grin and bear it and just feel it. That's the important thing. The only thing you have to do is feel it. If you want to go and crawl up into bed, with a blanket for a little bit and sleep, that's also fine. You can also sleep it out. That's a great way of doing it. But just give your body the time and space that it needs to be able to do what it needs, how it needs. It could be releasing air, it could be burping, it could be pains here. It doesn't really matter. Just recognize that your body knows what it's doing. It has known what it's doing far more than little you and your little mind, and just trust that it knows what it's doing and let it do it. All right? So what will help the body to do and process this is to do a massage, self-massage. I'm going to be showing this to you sitting up, but it's really best to do this in the morning when you're lying down on your back, because then your stomach muscles will be relaxed. And what you want to do is use your fingers and moving in counterclockwise circles, and very slowly. Don't poke at your body, right? Move gently in and just in a small counterclockwise circles. Move in a circle all around this area. So you're going to be giving space to the colon and the digestive tract, so that any kinks that it has with any bits in it that can't get out, or polyps and things, will be able to be cleared through. Remember, drinking the celery juice is also going to be cleaning it every day. All of those, the places in us which have literally years of gunk that have been stuck in the cracks and the folds of the digestive tissues. So you want to help it by gently, very gently, doing a massage. If you find a place which is tight, then just focus on it. And it doesn't matter. You can also, by the way, do circles that are counterclockwise or clockwise. Just be consistent with whatever you're doing, okay? And keep moving it like that. Good. And move around here in a circle. Now, another thing you can do, you can also move back, but take the time to do it. If that's too painful, use the heel of your hand. The heel of your hand is a more gentle energy than the fingers. The fingers can probe deeper. You can put the fingers like this and you can probe into yourself. That might be a bit too strong initially. Or what I like is just gently holding yourself with your thumbs, just doing these internal massaging of the organs. If your fingers feel like they want to go into an area, let them go. Your body knows what it's going to be doing. So just don't think about it too much. The other thing that you all want to do is go under the rib cage. This is what's called the fear belt. And what the fear belt is where we hold our fear. And it's like a very tight belt that we have around us, which is of course, it locks in the solar plexus, which is where the body holds fear, in there. And so that's why when you're doing these breathing exercises, you're wanting to open up the body so that it can pull out and open up from this fear belt. That's also why when you're fearful, you're pulling your breath in and you want to relax out of it. So what you want to do is also take your fingers and move them gently underneath. I'm not sure whether I can really show you. Let's see what I'm doing. So you're there, you can see. Can you see? There, you see. So I'm moving underneath there, underneath the rib cage. Now I can move pretty well under my rib cage because I've been doing this a long time. But you might find that, your body's doesn't allow you to go very, very deep. That's okay. It takes time. Keep breathing while you're doing that. And then what I learned is, there you see, and also especially the solar plexus, which is right there. What I learned is that the left side of the body is the past, and the right side here is your current present. So you might want to observe whether are you more tight under your left rib cage or are you more tight under your right one. And it's just a question of noting. It's not that you really can do anything except for just to be aware of it. This is all a process of becoming conscious, and becoming conscious with yourself, becoming conscious with your body, understanding and pulling yourself away from that fight and flight that we mostly live in all the time. And that allows you the freedom to make other choices and not to give just gut reactions to things. If you're giving a gut reaction to something, it means you're unconscious. And our gut reactions are something that were developed by the body for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years as a protective mechanism. But once again, our bodies were not created to live in the world that we're living in today. So these old habits that the body automatically uses to protect us no longer are valid. So you don't want to, we're not walking through the jungle all the time where we have to be aware and we have to run away if we're seeing something. We're actually living in a safe environment, but what we're doing is we're living in our heads, which is following social media and following the news all the time, and so therefore you're constantly being stressed. And what you're doing with this is you're wanting to relax yourself by doing this self-massage. Self-massage is one of the 4 M's that I use to be able to help a person embody. Okay, especially around the solar plexus. That's something that you can note if you're doing a business meeting or whatever. Check with yourself, see how your solar plexus is, and if it's tight, see if you can just do some movements. Remember, there's the Sufi grind as well, to be able to relax that. And that will also help you, especially on the days that are very, very difficult like today. So be gentle with yourself. These are not the easiest days of the detox. They will get better. So I hope that this helps, and I will see you tomorrow.